I'm RebeccaRE. I've been doing a speedrun for 8 years, especially with the Resident Evil series. But a wonderful survival horror game came out last year, and we will show it today. Welcome to Tormented Souls. I'm also using a Caroline cosplay. And in the commentary, we have my good friend Kaneblueriver. How's it going?
What's up, everyone? Hi there, Rebecca. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you out with this on commentary. I hope everyone enjoys the run. It's a very fun game to watch in terms of speedrun, and also if you play it casually. I feel it's a very interesting game, especially if you're about like classic survival horror. This game has a lot of inspirations from like the first two Resident Evils, Alone in the Dark, Silent Hill, the first games in their series, and we're gonna show you why.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready to start.
I'm ready here.
Okay, so I'm gonna start the count in 3, 2, 1, go.
So this game begins with the main character, Caroline Walker, who receives a mysterious letter with a photo that causes some kind of negative reaction on her. And for that reason, she's going to go to the sender's address, which happens to be a mansion that was repurposed as a hospital, and gets hit by something that leaves her unconscious. Some of the stuff you won't be able to see because, of course, we're trying to go fast in here. As you can see, this game is very puzzle-based. There's going to be a lot of puzzles. But the character woke up in a very bad condition, naked inside of a bathtub connected to a respirator and missing one eye for some reason. Mm-hmm. So after leaving the first room, unlocking a padlock, unlocking the first door, grabs one of the most important items in the game already, one of the critical items for the first half at least, which is the lighter, which allows you to basically see around. The thing is that the lighter is an item, like is just one more item. So a little bit further ahead, you're gonna, of course, going to find weapons to defend yourself. But you cannot use the weapon at the same time as the lighter. So you need to decide carefully how you're gonna pick your battles. The problem is that if you're in a place without light for a long enough period of time, mysterious creature shows up, grabs you, and it's an instant game over. So that's why the light is very important. Here at the X-ray room, we meet the NPC we're gonna meet around this game, which is Father Noah, and he's gonna give us a few items. Here we're gonna find the nail gun and the crowbar to start getting some stuff done. The crowbar, besides being a puzzle item, like as you can see here, also works as a melee weapon. But in this run, we actually are not going to use that. Instead, right. This run is going to be focused on the most powerful weapon in the game, which you will see later. And besides that, it's just going to be dodging most enemies, right? So now we're in the generator room, and we need this valve to complete the circuit and activate this puzzle to get the power flowing and get back the power to the whole mansion.
There we go.
Right. One of the important things to mention is that speedruns for this game are usually played basically using two devices. So on regular gameplay, Rebecca uses a control, just a standard pad, but she also has to be aware of have her mouse handy, because you usually use the switch to your mouse when it's time to use inventory or solve puzzles, because it's way faster than using the controller. So she's going to be switching constantly between both. So now we head to a different part of the mansion, and we're looking for two parts of a heart. Oh, watch out though.
Ooh.
Watch out for those.
But it's a plastic heart. That's fine. Okay, one is in the dentist room, and the next one is in the examination room. They are very close to each other.
So for the most part, Rebecca is going to be picking most of the items you see her grab are going to be items that allow her to advance further in the game, like puzzle/key items. And other than that, the only like inventory like consumables she's going to grab are going to be healing items and shotgun shells. You will see why later. Now you got the both pieces of the heart, but you will have to see how to use it, which is one of the interesting things about this game. But you will see it very, very soon. Another weapon that Rebecca already has is the nail gun, but she's only going to use it with like the ammunition it comes with by default for a single enemy, and that's the only use it's gonna have in this run. So now in this mirror, you have to use your lighter to light the candles, and then that happens. Some mysterious ghosts happen, and then you go through the mirror, and you appear in a mirror world, which is very reminiscent of the mirror world that was in Silent Hill Origins, right?
Yeah, it's very similar.
So now you use the plastic heart on this mannequin, and the mannequin kind of, but not
close.
completely, comes to life. And of course, whatever happens in the mirror world has some kind of influence in the real world. So you will see how putting that heart influence in the real world. There's a corpse here that normally won't react because it's been too dead, so it's in rigor mortis. But now that you put the heart on the mannequin, the corpse is actually, let's say, fresh. So you can use the electricity to make the corpse open the hand and release that bell handle that we're going to use right now. First, combined with the hex adapter, and now we can open this gate. And then this is the main hall of the mansion, which is very reminiscent of main halls of the early Resident Evil games. And now we gain access to the other half of the mansion. This part is the chapel of the mansion. There's these speeders that are kind of difficult to manipulate. They can either claw you or try to speed at you. That's why they're known as speeders. So now we're looking for a couple of items that we need to keep advancing. That's a ball of acid. You will see what's the use for that, and then there's a wheeler over there. It's an enemy that's in a wheelchair over there. So now with this, since we're coming from the other side, we're able to open the door, and that allows you to basically gain a shortcut to that area. And now we're gonna head to the second floor. Here it's you will see one of the uses for the only use that the nail gun, the basic ranged weapon we got, is gonna have. But first, here, since there's an enemy here, we need to turn the lights on so we can actually use a different weapon, because otherwise we won't be able to take out the lighter. That enemy is called a waller because it's basically right on the wall, of course. And then this puzzle, you have to use the hand to knock on the door in a very specific rhythm. Of course, again, since we're doing this quick, all the solutions for the puzzles are fixed. So every time you play, it's always going to be the same solution, except for one puzzle in the game that's more kind of, I won't say it's a puzzle. I prefer to call it more of a mini game, I would say.
Yeah, kind of.
But for example, for the knocking puzzle, we there's a stethoscope that you can grab somewhere else, and you use it with a certain statue that gives you like heartbeats, and that's how you get to know what's the rhythm you have to knock the door in order to be able to open it.
Did you see the priest was chilling, taking a soup, despite all the mess we have here?
Yeah, it's like there's crazy monsters going around, and he was just drinking a soup and give you this thread bolt to be able to jumpstart the electronic door. Now we head to the reception room, and then here the elevator, so you can go back down and access a new part of the mansion. But the thing is that you need to make sure the elevator doesn't leave, so you push that gurney just to make sure it's always there, keeps the door open. And now you can see some shotgun shells, and we're also about to grab the first part of the shotgun, which is going to be the key weapon for this run.
Oh, that was a good line.
That was pretty good. After this opens a shortcut that allows us to go back without needing to go through the door that used the thread bolt. So we can take it out and use it for a different door. For now, it's going to be just a little bit of backtracking, so it's a good time for donations if you want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Donations are here. We have a $25 donation from Sprocket Man, who says, sitting here with my candles waiting for the horror block. So excited. Go, GDQ, and much love to you, donation readers. Well, thank you. We have a $50. Oh, excuse me. We have that one here. We have a $25 donation from Dangerous, who said, had to donate while the one and only AnEternalEnigma was on the hosting mic. Love supporting PCF. But I also wanted him to read a terrible dad joke on air. Why do they call it a dad bod instead of father figure? I guess that's the joke. And he also says, hey, Chad, if you think you can top that, donate and prove it. Good luck to Agdisis, RebeccaRE, and all the upcoming runners. And big thank you to the tech crew working behind the scenes to keep this event going strong. You all rock. Donation goes to Donation Processor's Choice.
Yeah, thanks so much to all the people working behind the scenes for sure, making all this possible. So now we were able to take the thread bolt back to open new doors, and now we have access to a bigger part of the second floor. And here we got the second part of the shotgun. So right now it's she's not gonna combine them right now, but you see there's a warning sign in there. So of course that means there's probably going to be something happening here. So for this puzzle, Rebecca has to walk around the structure 3 times counterclockwise to make the enemy reanimate. This enemy is called this type of enemy is called the slasher, one of the lethal type enemies. But one of the cool things we have here is there's a damage boost glitch. That's it's very reminiscent of Mega Man 1's damage boost glitch. Basically, you have to shoot and pause immediately right after you shoot. And what happens is that for some reason, the pause menu causes it to the shoot to repeat itself, causing maybe around twice to thrice times the damage. So that way you can clear a lot of the enemies a lot easier, especially the boss type enemies, and that's why the shotgun is so critical to this run. And after killing that enemy, we got a scalpel that's gonna help us open the next area in the
boiler room.
So, but before that, since we have to start heading to an explored part, which is usually going to be underground, we need to turn off the generator first, because there's a part in the underground passage which is filled with water, that as long as we have as the power is on, the water is electrified. So for now, we need to take the power off just to be able to get through. I think we're good for some more donations here.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Creep Alt Delete, who says, "Horror block is the best block. Let's keep the donations coming."
Ooh.
We have a $100 donation from Ravenstorm.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. Ravenstorm with $100 says, "Donating on behalf of my husband, Banereeker, a streamer and avid horror gamer who passed away 13 months ago. He always donated during the horror block in honor of his mother, who struggled with cancer for many years. Donation goes to Enigma's Choice." Thank you, Ravenstorm. Banereeker was also one of my mods. So Ravenstorm, thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Much love.
Okay, so now on, we're still on the way, heading on to way underground. First time underground in this, because there's also a couple of big areas in the sewers before we're able to access actually another part of the mansion. This place is super big. Here we use the scalpel we got from the boss to cut the rope that was blocking this entrance. Now we're able to go down.
Damn.
So again, for the most part, it's going to be just grabbing shotgun shells to keep it going. That was the part with the water that normally is electrified. So if the power was on, she won't be able to go through there. That's why it's necessary to turn it off. That's a nice movement over there.
That was very close.
And the other item she's going to be grabbing are healing items. For the most part, the standard healing item are morphine shots, which heal a small amount of health.
Spooky.
This, in terms of damage, this run is very similar to Jill's run on the original Resident Evil. The character actually takes a lot of damage, so we're basically you can be the run could be over in 2 or 3 touches. So that's why we're playing it safe and taking most of the healing items here. So on the way here, Rebecca grabbed one of the critical items for this game, which is the first half of a key that actually opens 4 doors in the mansion, and for each door there's a puzzle she has to actually manipulate the key to be able to have it take a shape where it fits the lock that it needs to open. So that's going to be another puzzle later, but for now you just need to press it to be able to open this secret passage. And then here there's two jails. One is locked. We'll get to that later. For now, she found that VHS tape. So normally this kind of items in these games are usually just like information document type items, but the VHS here are actual items that have a very specific use. But before we can use the VHS tape, we need to find. We know where to use it, but we need to get the power back on. Fortunately, since because of the exploration we did of the sewers, now we were able to find a shortcut, and we don't need to have the power off anymore. So now we can just restore power safely to to the mansion. And it's very interesting to see how, as you're unlocking places, you see how certain places have new connections to places you have visited before. So here's where the VHS tape is, and then you play it. And again, normally this will be kind of like a document or something like that, or like information. But here you actually travel to the world inside the VHS. So it's kind of like you enter the world at the time the VHS got recorded. This is another puzzle. You need the order is always the same. But basically, by entering the VHS world, you travel to the past, and it's kind of like the mirror world, but instead of like reflecting what you do, it's here. It's basically what the actions you take have future consequences. So now there's this girl inside your jail, and we use the acid to try to break the lock. But it says there that the acid it's going to take a few days to actually take effect.
Yeah.
So for now,
it's nitric acid. It's nitric acid, so it's not powerful at all. That's why it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, well, Rebecca will definitely know about that. She's a chemist in real life, so she definitely knows about that kind of stuff. So there's this kind of like giant refrigerator she pulled to open this area, but the thing is that you can pull it just a little and still get through, but if you don't pull it enough, you can go on the way in, but you cannot go out, and that causes a soft lock. So for safety reasons, we just pull it completely just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
And now, Rebecca was able to enter the order jail because, of course, the acid made effect after who knows how long it was.
Years.
And inside, before we didn't get to see that, but there was a human corpse inside of a child, but now it's not there. And instead, once she got there, she found the other half of the key to open the other doors. So now, with this key, we're going to be able to enter a bunch of places. So as you can see in the doors, it gives you the clues to be able to get the correct combination for each of the doors.
Yeah, there's 4 different combinations for each door.
So over here, we're going to grab a battery that has no charge. It's like kind of like a car battery, and the first Medicate, which is like the full healing item. Is also very important to have. Now it's going to be just a bit of moving around through the
second floor,
the locked doors. So we can get some donations for now.
Sure thing. Just to remind everybody, we're less than $5,000 away from $700,000 already. So thank you everybody for donating, and thank you to everybody who will donate, such as these donations. We have a $25 donation from someone who says, donating during Horror Block and specifically Tormented Souls because survival horror with a fixed camera is long overdue to a huge comeback. So let's kick our fears and in the same breath, cancer in their respective butts. Thank you very much. We also have a very special donation here. We have a $100 donation, which is great in and of itself, but it's from Abstract Digital Works, who says, as we developed, we have a developer donation. It says, as we developed this game, we never thought we would see it in Games Done Quick. RebeccaRE, you are awesome. The community has been really amazing, and we feel blessed for all the love people have shown to the game. We love how Games Done Quick shows how games are a force for good. That's awesome. Thank you very much over there, Abstract. Thank you.
It's pretty great of them. One of the cool things about this game is that it was made over here in Chile, and it's great to see like a great product that deserves all the critical acclaim it got and deserves the exposure. So I feel everyone's really happy that the game was able to be here thanks to the hard works of the people that were involved in the development, and also the hard work of Rebecca getting to learn this game and play it in the godlike way she does. So with all the things going around that we did, Rebecca grabbed another VHS, so you know what's kind of going to happen with that. But first, we need to make another visit to the mirror world.
Yeah, the priest lost his arm, so we have to help him. He will give us a very important item in this game. You will see it soon.
You don't need to like trigger a cutscene or anything with the priest to see that, but basically right now he's bleeding out, missing an arm, so we have to do something to help him, and we're gonna help him in a very interesting way. You will see what happens now.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we grab a scroll and the hammer, which are important items for the next puzzle.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
And here there's a mannequin arm. So I'm pretty sure most people can already figure out where this is going in terms of how this problem is going to be solved. The meantime, it's just dodging most of these enemies, since we're not going more than once through these parts. Usually the enemies you want to clear are the ones that are like kind of boresome and are in really narrow spaces, or are in places that you have to go through a multiple number of times, like places that you have to frequent regularly. I really like the design of the mansion overall. It's very well thought. It's very interesting to see how the different parts end up connecting together. This is basically kind of like dictating the sentence of the monkeys to the last one, which had to do kind of like with the guillotine we saw earlier. It's kind of a story, so you need to find out the information to be able to solve that puzzle, but it's related to that.
By the way, I have a funny story about this puzzle. A good friend of mine and also an amazing RE3 speedrunner back home called Timaeus Rage was playing this game casually. Okay, in order to solve this puzzle, he actually used a Shakira song, and the worst thing is it worked.
Maybe, I mean, I know that wasn't the reason, but maybe actually the developers were thinking about that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, you see that Rebecca used the stapler and the mannequin arm to fix the mannequin, and now our friendly priest recovered his arm. Magic. Now we have one of the critical items for the game, thanks to him, which is the flashlight. The flashlight allows us, now you see she's carrying a flashlight. The flashlight allows us to have light without having to like sacrifice what we're carrying. So now you can actually carry your weapon and still go to dark places. So you're able to fight and still have light. So that's, of course, pretty critical to be able to explore new parts that otherwise you won't be able to. So we're here on these new areas. We're grabbing some items. There's a bloody washing machine there. And for some reason, it spits something.
Something useful, actually.
I mean, everything is useful, of course.
Exactly.
And then there's a hand
Floppy
there
disk.
grabbing a floppy disk.
Good old times, huh?
Good old times. Yeah, the 3D printed save icon. And since it's a floppy disk, you actually have to enable the read protection in there. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
So here's the last door where we use this key.
Oops.
Here we get back to the main hall. Behind the reception counter. And then we get that coin, which we're gonna use almost immediately. You will see why.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the not puzzle I mentioned before. It's more of a mini game.
I'm gonna speak in Spanish because I can't remember I can't remember the puzzle with this.
Yeah.
So,
this is basically a Simon Says game.
Tres.
And
Tres, cuatro.
you have to follow from like 1 step to 5 steps.
1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. There we go.
Got it.
You expect a drink, right? But no. Welcome to the Castlevania spending machine with blood bags.
Yeah, there's a blood bag inside of that vending machine for some reason. So we say it's kind of like the Castlevanias that happen in like present future probably had those vending machines. So now we can use the VHS we had gotten before. And so what's going to happen here is that since we're in the past, we're going to leave 2 items under the effect of time. First one is we're going to mix the mold with the blood bag and leave it freezing for a while. And then the other one is going to be the car battery we have gotten before, which is on charge. We're going to leave it charging for an undetermined period of time. It's probably months, years.
It's a few days.
It's a few days. So for now, it's just going to go back, return to standard time and get those back. So we can read a couple of donations now.
Sure thing. We have a $20 donation from number 1 Ryan, who says, thank you to Rebecca for this fantastic run and AnEternalEnigma for lending his fantastic voice and hosting skills, both for a great cause. To heck with cancer. We have a $100 donation from Nix the Shield, who says, thank you so much, Rebecca, for representing the Chilean speedrun and game dev scene at such a big stage. When we made Tormented Souls, we never expected for it to be broadcasted to such a big public. We are extremely grateful to you, and we hope your luck with the rest of the run. Kill the frames and skip the spitters.
Skip the spitters. Thank you so much, Nix.
Nix is part of the development crew of the game. He's one of the composers for this game.
Yeah. Whoops. Wrong name.
Martha.
Martha.
Why you say that name?
Did you see that PC gamer in the 90s?
I wonder if that one ran Doom.
Ooh, or Socom. Again, good old times.
Good old times. People won't know, but back in those days, yeah, things were a lot harder. I hope that that protected diskette doesn't get deleted or anything, because back in the days, if you gave one of those just like a mainstay or anything, that's bye-bye to your information. It was like the most unreliable thing on earth, for sure.
Oh, that was close.
So
But I got good reactions this time.
So now we're gonna head back to the library, and you will see what's gonna happen with the. That's where we use the battery that we just charged. Well, took a little while to charge, but there we go. Now we can go up, and there's a couple of enemies here, which are better dead, because it's this space is like kind of tight, so it's preferred to like at least kill the first one. This one is more dodgeable. There's this item here which you have to turn around the dials in a specific order. Whoop.
Ouch.
Went for the fast one. So the enemies here, some of them also have like the fast head bobbling from games like Silent Hill, a reference to Jacob's Ladder 2, like definitely a classic psychological horror reference.
Wow, that's a really good reference. I'm proud of you.
And now, with that item, we head back to this corridor, and here's where we use the floppy drive. Also, Rebecca is using some healing items just to be on the safe side. Like ideally always keeping the health to the max, just to avoid any nasty surprises. Because there can be nasty surprises here, and you're gonna see why. So let us introduce you to Anna. Anna is this ghost that's following you. It's very similar to how the ghosts in Silent Hill 4 act. So basically, Anna can appear at any time. Whenever you enter a room, she can randomly be there, and she's coming out for you. So, and of course, she's unstoppable. You can shoot her, and it's gonna stun her a little, but just enough for you to go through. So usually, whenever she shows up, it's you can notice even if she's off screen by the change of the background music. So usually, to keep it safe, whenever Anna shows up, we're just gonna close, and we're gonna get out of the room and enter back again just to reset it and be on the safe side. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna reset the door.
Yeah.
Just in case.
See, it's like...
She's not. Oh, she's again! Oh!
It's again, but she appeared on the other side, apparently.
Welcome to the never happened before trend. Yeah, that never happened before.
And on the way here, we grab our trusty WE40 to avoid any issues, of course. And we're gonna use our trusty WE40 to de-rust the cogs on this door, and then just use the hammer to do some of that old-fashioned elbow grease to open the door. And then we're gonna be able to head out from a different path. One of the cool things, you can use the mirror world to actually enter and leave different places in the mansion. So in this room, there's a puzzle in the clock, which we have the solution for, of course. But the thing is that there's a bunch of paintings around the room, and that's what gives you the key to, like, the clues to solve the puzzle. And when you when you solve it, if you didn't notice, instead of a cuckoo bird, it was actually a hand that gave you an
cuckoo
eye.
hand, yeah.
Yeah. So for now, we have to cross our way to it's a bit of a walk to get to the. It's a bit of a walk to get to the statue where we have to put it. So we can take a couple of donations now.
Sure thing. First off, shout outs to the Silent Hill 4 reference on that. I like that very much. I'm something of a Silent Hill 4 historian myself. So that was awesome. Thank you for that. We have a $10 donation, $12.89 dude who says Ecdysis to start off the horror block with Dead Rising and Eternal Enigma, the coach of the most as host, commentator, Tormented Souls, Eternal Darkness, and Kuon. What an awesome horror block. Here's to another great AGDQ.
Let's go.
We have a $100 donation from PCD1980 who says, Tormented Souls was my favorite surprise of 2021. Love the homage to OG Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Hopefully more people will pick this game up and support smaller devs putting time and passion into these types of projects. Good luck, Rebecca.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Do we have time for another?
Yeah.
Sure. We have a $50 donation from JPX Box D Station 64 who says, Hi, Rebecca. It's so nice to see you at GDQ again. All the Tofu family is rooting for you.
Woo!
Let's go. And let's
Go.
ride a sweet $5 train to reach 700K. We can do it. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Nice.
Oh, shout out to my community. Love you all.
So, on the way here, there was a puzzle pressing some buttons, which basically the game you have to listen to music on a vinyl player to be able to know which buttons you have to press. That's the one that got unlocked after you put the eye on the statue, and then coming down here, you got the ID. You got an ID card, which is one of the key items required to enter one of the final sections of the game. To be able to enter there, you need 3 key items, which are what you did with the mold and the blood, the metal plate with the dials, and then this card. And then now we're gonna do one of the coolest tricks in the run, which is an out of bounds that everyone loves. And it's about to come right now, so take a look at how it's going to happen. Takes a little while. There we go. And whoosh.
Oh, hi. Who needs a stairs when you have out of bounds?
Out of bounds. And then the 3 key items open the.
Ouch.
Yeah, that enemy can appear randomly around that area. Sometimes you can even spawn right where it is, so that forces you to kill it, because otherwise you're gonna be stuck. But it's that's one of the cool tricks in this game speedruns.
There's actually 3 endings for this game. But for speedruns, we're gonna have the bad ending, which is the remorse ending. But we can do the normal ending because it's only 5 seconds slower than the remorse ending.
Yeah. So here we're opening the gates to the catacombs, the mausoleum, which is one of the critical areas for the game. This is the second to last big section of the game, and the thing is that here you can find the key item to actually get the good ending of the game, but it requires some walking around and backtracking. So for speedruns, it's going to be skipped, of course, but we don't want to leave people with a bitter feeling. So instead of getting the fastest ending, which is the bad ending, as Rebecca mentioned, we're gonna go for the normal ending, which is basically you need to do something that takes 5 seconds more than the bad ending. and
Yeah.
we're gonna let you know what it is at the moment it's done. But for now, it's just exploring the sewers and getting deeper underground. So now, just to go, as you can see, there's a huge metallic door in there, but right now you don't have the necessary items to open it. You will see later. It's definitely an interesting way to open it. You will see it. But for now, what Rebecca just grabbed was a TV dial, like old school CRT TV dial, and older than that. What was it? The German name you call those TVs? There's a brand.
Oh, in Chile, Telefunken.
Yeah, those ones. I'm pretty sure people know about that.
Yeah.
And then you have to go around and gonna in the storage room. This is gonna be the last mirror world. And for some reason, this mirror wall, instead of taking you to like an opposite part of the mansion, takes you to Caroline's room. And then you have to move the dial on the TV. It's kind of like a safe key sequence. So you have to do the right combination in the right direction, and then you get part of a medallion. And then back in the real world, the safe is magically open, and then there's the other part of the medallion.
Yeah,
So now
that was a really fast solution, by the way.
that was pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to head back to the room where we met Anna, which is the penthouse area.
Yeah.
And there's a dent in a wall where you can use the medallions, and you will see what happens right there. Also, check the skeletons. There's like a skeleton with two skulls. It's called the children's room for some reason.
Yeah, because there's biological experiments in this game with radiation, to be more specific.
So it combines a lot of survival horror tropes. There's like experimentation using radiation, and you will see.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. You got it. Run.
She was
But
very
also
close to me.
There's also like paranormal, supernatural entities like that, and you will see more of that as we keep moving forward on the game. So it's a good mix of like biological terror and like paranormal terror.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay too long under those shadows, of course they're gonna hit you. So, but you can just run through. So here's where we're going. So that's the last beaches we're gonna use in the game, and this is gonna be crazy. So hold on to your suspension of disbelief, because so what happens now is one of the craziest thing about the game in the plot of the game. So when Caroline started the game, she was unconscious, naked, in a bathtub with a respirator and with an eye missing. Well, here's what happened to her eye.
Yeah. I took my own eye. What a twist.
That's some crazy stuff, and you will see why she did that. There's a reasoning for that, but we're gonna explain it as she arrives to the part where she actually needs to use it. But right now she, you've gotten a lot like more Anna appearances than in any other run I've seen. Of course, in classic GDQ fashion, that has never happened to me before.
But it's fine. If I reset the, oh my god, Anna, please leave me alone. If I reset the door, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, normally when like on the run save scene, Rebecca she shows up like besides the first one, of course, the mandatory cutscene. I've seen her show up like twice in a run, and on this one it's been like 5 times already.
More than 5 times. More than 5.
More than 5. You would have to watch the tapes later. But yeah, so basically, on the room where she got where she learned the truth about her past, she also got the fishhook, and then this door. So her name is actually not Caroline; it's Emma. And Emma and Anna are twin sisters.
I'm surprised the priest is the antagonist of this game.
The priest is the bad guy, and there's a cult involving twins over here, and they kidnap her. They kidnap her sister, but she didn't remember anything until she saw that secret room. So now she's determined to put an end to this once and for all, because it's a cult that has to feed twins to their demon god to keep it appeased. So now she's going to try to find a solution to this. So now, with the last puzzle, which basically only requires having the padlock from the very beginning of the game, the very first item you get, with that, you're able to open the door to the bunker, which is the very final section of the game. For now, it's just going to be moving around, looking for specific pieces for that puzzle in the back, which you didn't get to see for too long because it was only briefly flashed on, but it's basically a gas pump. And here, let us introduce you to the Atomic Man, which are affectionately called here the Hammers. These guys are the members of the cult, and they're the last normal type enemies in the game. Of course, if they hit you with a hammer, that's gonna hurt. So it's better to avoid them when possible because they're kind of slow. But sometimes you'll have to resort to more efficient methods.
Exactly.
For now, it's just going to be a little bit of walking around. This is kind of like just more walking, action, and picking up items. There's no puzzle solving here, so we're good for maybe 3 donations over here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got plenty. We have a $25 donation from Maxi Lobes, who says, Rebecca is an awesome runner who has been in the scene for a long time. Really happy to see her running Tormented Souls in this absolutely stacked horror block. Let's go, Rebecca. Also, hi, Enigma. Hi, Maxi. Thank you. We have a $100 donation from Master Tree. And Master Tree says, first time getting to watch the horror block live. Super excited that I get to donate and support such a rad streamer and cause all at the same time. Shout outs to RebeccaRE and all who make GDQ possible. Also, shout out to my wife sitting next to me. She's rad. Smiley face. Master Tree, you're rad. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we have time for another?
You have time for like 2 more, actually.
2 more?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. We have a $20 donation from Starwin, who says, hi, Rebecca. Super happy to see you on the big stage with one of the great horror games to have come out last year. Hopefully Anna gives you great RNG, because having her spawn twice after resetting the room is definitely a that's never happened before moment. Good luck to everyone else in the horror block. Hi, Enigma. Hi, Starwin. Thank you. And we also have a $30 donation from Vacunazo, who says, so proud to see Rebecca in GDQ. Had to make my first donation ever during her run to show my support. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone that's helping to this.
Thank you so much. Okay, time for the last puzzle, finally.
As you could see, this was just like walking around, blasting whatever move. And now we're heading to solve the final puzzle, which is actually, I mean, this is like less clues and just more visuals. So basically, you have to stop and go the levers and just put covers on those pipes, so you can actually get some gas out of this pump. And then, whoop, we got some of that gas. Now, what this gas does is that there's a water pump that we need to activate in order to keep going deeper into this. Just like before we lower the water level, we have to lower it even more to be able to access. Yeah, it was like weird, like camera shifts, but so it's like gas. Oh wait, we're gonna get struck by copyright. Don't do it.
No, please.
So now we have to get this going. 1, 2, thrice.
Third time always work.
Third time is a charm. So
we are close to a mini boss fight.
Yeah. So basically, this is the very final section of the game. Mm-hmm. First, we're gonna have some good old-fashioned action.
Oh, Nico, can you please sing the Hammer Bros theme?
Yeah. So
during
basically,
during the boss fight, that will be great.
You have to go along with me though.
Thank you.
So in this part, you get the evil priest explains the reasoning behind and behind the evil actions. Like, I'm gonna stop you.
I don't.
And then not so fast because I have 4 hammer bros. So do.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, okay.
That was again. That was kind of weird, but sure. I thought
It's fine.
I thought it got actually stuck. I was scared for a second.
Yeah, same here, but we got it.
Is not the right time for soft locks or anything like that.
No, please. We are very close to the end.
Okay, so now this is the point where you make the difference between the endings you get. So you see 2 crosses, and then you see Anna here. Basically, here, the bad ending is just going forward and ignoring the poor tormented soul of Anna. Oh, see what I did there? The normal ending, which we just did, is using the scalpel to finish the torment of this soul, poor soul. And then the good ending requires getting another item and doing some backtracking and all that stuff. So we're not gonna spoil it for all of you. If you want to see a good ending, go play the game.
Yes, absolutely. So now we're very close to the final boss.
Sacrifice room. But yeah. So the priest does the ultimate sacrifice to appease the demon god over there. So the way you defeat this entity is that you have to first shoot at it. So those tentacles covering these machines open, so you can shoot at the tentacles. So they go away, and then you solve these mini puzzles. like pressing the button right as the you see the part with the space to get the bar through, to be able to unlock the screws on top for that giant drill that's on top for who knows what reason. But the thing is that since we did the damage glitch, the damage was glitched for some reason. Now you don't need to shoot the boss again, and even if the tentacles are closed, you can still shoot at them, and the game will consider them as not in the machine anymore, so you can operate the machine and do the thing. But the boss will still spit at you, so you still have to be careful and move around fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And then
Conveniently, there's a big drill above the boss.
for some reason,
For some reason.
because reasons.
Yeah.
And then
And there we go.
And then after getting this, see what happens. But wait a minute, even if you see this, there's still a game ahead, so don't count time yet. However, now that we eliminated the evil entity that was behind all this, now we get a peaceful game without any enemies of the sort, and we just have to find our way out of here. Surprisingly, as you can see, there's no like self-destruct sequence or crumbling or anything, so we just have to
No
so we can
self-destruct sequence.
so we can just chill our way out of here. We have time for a couple more donations.
Absolutely. And we have another very special donation that just came on in here from German and Gabriel Dual Effect, $500 that just came on in.
Ooh.
And they said, thank you, Rebecca, for this amazing speed run. Thank you to all the people behind the scenes that make this incredible event possible. We are very excited to see our game being part of this noble cause. We have yet another developer donation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have a $25 donation from Eldritch Wolf, who says, I love GDQ's horror block. Let's get to 700K, and we're only like $1,100 away from that. So that's a very good idea, Eldritch. Thank you for the 25.
So we're about to finish when so she's gonna use the key on the door, and once the screen goes black, it's gonna be time. So be ready. It's about to be time now.
Time. Oh, and that was Tormented Souls, guys.
Yes.
Ocho, ocho. Pachi, pachi, pachi.
Hope you guys enjoy this amazing game. Please support Tormented Souls. It's an amazing survival horror game from my homeland, Chile. Shout out to the Tormented Souls speedrunning community. Love you all, guys. Also, shout out to my awesome community, the Tofu family. Shout out to you, AnEternalEnigma. I'm very happy to having you here in my run.
I was happy to be here too. It was awesome. Thank you.
And thank you so much again for supporting me and doing the run.
Thanks to you for having me here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you on this. And of course, hopefully this will bring great opportunities to show more of the game, show more of what you do. So for me, it's great to see that you had this opportunity. I'm glad to have been able to contribute. And in my case, just shout out to all the friends and people that know me that are around in the stream chat or sent support during the time leading up to this.
Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And keep enjoying and supporting this amazing marathon. Thank you so much and goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for having us here.
All right, let's see those GDQ claps in the chat one more time for RebeccaRE, Tormented Souls. Fantastic, fantastic run. And let me just say, I had the pleasure of meeting Rebecca for the first time at SGDQ. I do believe it was 2018. and she's an amazingly nice human being. She's fantastic. I'm glad she got that. How about all those developer donations too? How about that? That was amazing. But that was awesome. Awesome stuff. We are currently getting prepared for our next run. That is going to be a continuation of the horror block, and we will be having that coming up here soon. That's going to be Faith Chapter 2 by Vin. That'll be coming up here soon. We had a few more donations come on in for Tormented Souls, including this one here. We had a $100 donation from ANC, who says, oh gosh, I just read this one. All right, chat, get ready for this. We're gonna get through this together. ANC says, all this power walking around an old decrepit mansion, those have got to be some tormented souls. And they also said, thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you, ANC, for that amazing, for that amazing joke and the $100 donation. Thank you. We also had a few more donations come on in for Tormented Souls while we're getting ready for our next run. We have $50 from Lord Parkbench, who says, glad to see such an awesome streamer taking part in an amazing cause. Rebecca is #1. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, that is going to do it for me here. I was glad to be able to ring in the horror block with these two amazing runs of Dead Rising and Tormented Souls, but we are not done. We have got some more horror games on tap. Now, I am going to be saying good night, but not for the marathon, because this thing is going all the way through the week. The reason I'm saying good night is because our next amazing host is going to be Nicole Goodnight. So you'll be hearing Nicole Goodnight coming up here soon. But I just want to say thank you all very much for having me here. Now, I will be back here Thursday night. An Eternal Enigma. I'll be here Thursday night. I want to see that Resident Evil Village bonus game incentive hit, because if it is, I will be the host of that. So when I get back here Thursday night, I want to see that Village incentive hit, that Village bonus game hit, and it will be a pleasure to be back here Thursday. Part 1 of my host block is over, but I'll be back Thursday night. Thank you all again so much. Thank you very much for all the support. We are knocking on the door of $700,000. Go ahead and let's get us through the next incentive. Thank you all very much. Before I go, I just want to do one quick thing that I haven't been able to do yet. Do we have any Prime gamers in the chat? And we'll be right back after this quick break.
If I were in a motorcycle chase, it would probably sound like this. Doom doom, motorcycle. Doom doom, chase. Doom doom, motorcycle. Doom doom, chase. Motorcycle, 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 chase. Motorcycle, 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 chase. Motorcycle, bum bum. Motorcycle, 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 motorcycle,
second. That's not a motorcycle. That's a crazy bus!
Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 Online. Hello, Twitch chat. I am Nicole Goodnight, and I am absolutely honored to be hosting for the next few horror games. Absolutely love the horror block. How are you all doing tonight? We hit 700K. Can I get some hype in chat? That is absolutely amazing. That is so fast, too. Oh my goodness. While we're getting all set up for the next round, let's go ahead and read some donations. I have a $25 donation. Thank you so much. It's anonymous, no comment, but we super appreciate it. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $250 donation from Nathan. First time donating, happy to donate during this spooky time. Good luck on the run. Thank you so much for your donation, Nathan. I have a $25 donation from Connor M. Love seeing the horror block every year and seeing the strats needed to survive fast. The real horror is deciding whether to call in late to work tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for your donation. Honestly, same. I super agree with that. I have a $50 donation from White Mage 36, longtime watcher, first time donator. Let's scare away cancer with this horror block. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $50 donation from Metal Ned B. Someone said a $5 train. 10 tickets, please. Love horror block. Love to be spooked by speedrunner skill and the game. Thank you so much for your donation. It's so fun to watch these spooky games get done quickly. And you know what? They're still spooky. I have a $250 donation from Greg Graham. There is no comment, but thank you so much. Every dollar means so much, and it's all going to such an amazing charity. Thank you all so much for your kinds. Again, 700K. Wow, you all are amazing. I have a $50 donation from Frost Wolf Knight. $5 hype train for some spooky speedruns. Let's go. Chat, if you feel so inclined and would like to donate towards this $5 train for spooky speedruns, go ahead and tell me what your favorite horror game is, whether you like to play it or watch it. Like I said, I love horror, so if you want to share what some of your favorite games are, I'd love to know that. I have a $50 donation from Dragonfish, shouting out our previous host who was absolutely amazing. Horror Block with AnEternalEnigma on host. Talk about a perfect night. He's amazing, isn't he? Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $15 donation from Cappy that simply says, hype. Thank you so much for your donation. And if you are just joining us, or if you do not know, everything is proceeding towards Prevent Cancer Foundation. The Prevent Cancer Foundation, founded in 1985, is a US-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection by focusing their work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their vision is to stop cancer before it starts. You can find out more information about PCF at preventcancer.org. I have a $50 donation from Stapler. Horror block equals best block. Thank you so much for your donation. I do agree. And with that, I actually have word that we are all ready for Vin with Faith Chapter 2. Take it away.